Hey, what's going on, chess fanatics? It is the 93rd round of the Rapid Chess Challenge. Played a couple games today, did a little bit of streaming in there. We're going to just pop into the 10-minute pool, see who we get. Currently rated 16-19. We got a 1661 out of Croatia. They're opening with e4. Okay, so they are going to look to bamboozle us here. So I think what we'll do is, yeah, solidify this part here, and then we can always look to go, okay, so they're just going to trade it off. Okay. That is fine. So we can develop the knight out this way. We can look to also fianchetto the bishop. Okay, so we've got at least some scope on this if they capture and they're not able to play the check, which is a bit of a bonus here. Okay. We're going to just take it. We're going to take this. Okay. Now, what about check? Or, okay, we could check this way. Okay, we could just bring the knight in here. You know what? Okay, let's just do this. It is, oh no, it was a mistake. Oh no, okay, we can get away with it. We can get away with it. So if he brings the, okay. All right, here we go. So now what we can do is bring the knight out. We need to watch for anything too crazy. But I think we should be able to, just infiltrate here, for example. Okay. What if we just play h5? I mean, is that insane? You know what, let's just castle. Okay, so bishop down. If he brings a rook over, okay. So then we have the opportunity to do this. Okay, so now is this a good move, right? Because at some point they could bring the rook over. Now, they also can't castle, and we can probably defend it. So maybe what we'll do we take this pawn? I mean, let's just go for it, right? Okay. We definitely need to get the rooks active. Let's see what our opponent plays against the f6. I think this is what the position potentially calls for. Just kind of blast things wide open. Doing okay on time. Nothing spectacular, but our opponent might look to just go king up, for example. But if we take, then we're getting a tempo on the queen. They can trade off. And I think we should be able to retain some advantage here. Okay, opponent's definitely going into a bit of a think here. Yeah, hope everyone's having a good day. It is Sunday, long weekend here in Alberta, which is always lovely. It's a little bit of extra time to play some chess. Yeah, this is a fascinating position. I'm really not sure what our opponent's going to do. But if he doesn't take, we're definitely going to take. Okay. So this makes sense. And now we'll take. gain some tempo here. We'll win a rook. That's always nice. Okay, we'll win a pawn. And what can we do from here? Okay, let's just go ahead and start pushing some pawns. Okay, so if we do this, okay, we'll just protect this. I think that's all we can really do. And then we're going to just look to trade this off. And our opponent just resigns. There we have it, 1628. I'm going to say we played this at a 75%. Obviously just pulling that out of nowhere, but we'll see. Wow, 93.9% accuracy. I was way off. Let's start the review here. So yeah, it says that this is the only book move here. I don't think what we did is too unusual. This was great though. Opponent just blundered a pawn. A lot of times in these positions, they want to try and be able to get in and move, like e6, for example. And it can make for some really uncomfortable positions. But yeah, in this instance, they just gave away the pawn and then allowed us to capture back here with bishop capture c5, which is nice. Okay, so this is best. Wasn't sure if it would be or not, but I felt like, okay, so this is excellent. And then going with the check. So I think the check was pretty huge here, just to disrupt our opponent's ability to, really castle and connect the rooks, which became a little bit of a challenge. Okay, so we just castled it like that. Just reroute here, and as soon as we saw this, I knew that we had to get bishop g5 in. Just look to trade things off, basically. This was a questionable one, but again, since they aren't able to castle and get two rooks over, and seeing as this diagonal is not really in play with something defending this, I felt like we could probably get away with it. Okay, so it liked f6 here. It's always a risky move in my mind because it does expose the king. Okay, so this trade was obviously great for us. It just gave us a rook. I mean, who doesn't want that? Now, I did see this. I always hate these types of positions. If it gets too crowded, sometimes you can still get, mated, especially if they have a pawn. But since they don't really have a pawn, it's kind of difficult for them to do anything too tragic. And so once we had the opportunity to capture back with the knight, we got a 2-on-1, and these two passers were obviously going to just cut off the king, basically, and trade off a pawn for a rook, walk the king up, and should be a pretty easy victory. 2200 performance rating. Really happy to see that. Okay, that's all I got for you today. Thanks a lot. Bye.